Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Fire emojis in the chat box if you hear me. Fire emojis in the chat box if you hear me. Phone lines open so we can talk about this JK situation. They are open so we can talk about this JK situation. I gave you my 2 cents over the weekend, but I didn't give you a chance to talk about it. I know everybody else is giving their 2 cents on the drama. You know, some people have put it in the comment section. Some people have said what they had to say on social media. But I wanted to open the phone lines up to give you the opportunity to say what you want to say about JK. Put up, Jose. I wanted to give you the opportunity to say what you wanted to say about Jose. I mean, not about Jose. About JK. About JK. That's what we're doing today. The JK drama, and we'll get into it in a second. Let's get to our Noti gang from the last live, which was, matter of fact, a week ago, last Wednesday, and let's bring those guys up. It was Will G, Brandon Bazell, and Big Reg. 3 of the main components of this show, 3 contributors to this show, 3 Patreons of this show. So I appreciate those guys for being Noti gang. And if you don't know what the Noti gang is, it's and really everybody's a part of the Noti gang, but those 3 guys were the first to come in the live and type in hashtag Noti gang. And what this is a way of me letting you guys letting me know that YouTube is doing its job of notifying you that I'm about to go live, or I just went live, or they notified you I dropped a video. And all you do is just come in when you get the notification and do hashtag Noti gang. Whether you're the first 3, the last 3, the middle 3, or whatever 3 you're in, just come in and type in hashtag Noti gang whenever you get the notification that I'm live, or I dropped a video, or I did something on my channel. And I just want to know that YouTube did its part to let you know that I put out some content. And that's all that is. So anybody that does that, no matter when you get the notification, come in and drop it, so I know that YouTube did its job to let you know that something came out from Sip the Talent Films. All right. So again, that's what we do on the call-in show. And again, so next week when we fire back up on a regular basis, we'll pull our top 3 from today's show, and they'll be notified Monday when we jump back in and go live on a regular basis. All right. Back to me. So again, the lines are open for the JK stuff, but again, we're gonna kind of go into our Jane Doe coming up today. And today's Jane Doe coming up today came from one of our main contributors always, and that's Jeremiah. And Jeremiah had a kind of lengthy, Jeremiah W. He had a lengthy post, and I'm gonna give him his due. He said it's probably too long, but nah, it's not. We're gonna kind of go through it all, and I'll see if I can make it bigger for everybody to read. And if you can't read it, it's still on the page, but I'll go through it. And it's in reference to JK and his stuff. It says running backs are still the heart of the offense, in my opinion. They are the ones who get the hard yards and keep drives going and grind out wins. Good backs create yards after contact and make people miss. JK is great at 2 things, and his 5.9 yards per carry is proof. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the stuff he says as we go. His 5.9 yards per carry is proof. I think that 5.9 yards per carry is proof that JK, while JK is a good back, is proof that he's running behind a good O-line. I was watching Brent Coleman's Ravens, like his little recap or whatever, and they said that JK had 3 yards per carry before he was even touched. Like, not being even touched and still getting 3 yards before anybody even breathed on you was the best by far in the NFL. So if you take that 3 yards and you subtract it from 5.9, that's 2.9 yards per carry. Now, that ain't great. But when you put it in totality, 6 yards per carry is awesome. So I think the O-line did, we really don't give our O-line as much credit as they should have. But the yards per carry is still going to JK's name, and then 5.9 yards per carry is great. So I don't want to you can't take stats and rub them and turn them the way you want to. Because 5.9 on the JK's name is still a great number. So I still want to add that context to it. So just keep going on with Jeremiah's comment. The league is actively pushing back on the running back market, and they are the most negatively affected by the rookie wage scale because they come in the most ready to contribute at elite levels, by far at any position. Most positions have increased value on the second contracts, but not running back. Many teams have decided to simply never pay certain positions a second contract, and unfortunately the running back is one that has been the most fungible of all, even though they touch the ball more than wide receivers. I guess the supply and demand dynamics and other financial systems inequalities are putting them in awkward places. And I agree with you 100% on that, Jeremiah. Like, there's no pushback from me on that second paragraph. You are 100% correct. And even if you're not 100% correct, you got my backing 100% on that. So if you wrong, I'm wrong with you on that. The Ravens should definitely pay JK something right now more than the 1.4. But I have no idea what that number and structure should even be at this point in the marketplace. Now, what I agree with you on that, because if they let him play this year, the numbers I think he's going to put up, he's going to price himself out, which may be the inevitable. Because you give him 7 or 8 now, because I don't think he's worth the 10 that the franchise tag guys got now. The franchise tag guys are Tony Pollard, who is injured, Saquon Barkley, who's coming off of an injury, who had a decent bounce back year this year, and Josh Jacobs, who led the league in rushing, and he's $10 million. So you can't say you're gonna give him $10 million and the dude that led the league in rushing is making $10 million. So he's not gonna get $10 million. So you give him 6 or 7 with a bunch of incentives. He may take that, he may not, but I think it's gonna have to be incentive laden because of they're missing that whole 2021, I think. But we'll see. He says, does McCaffrey become the last back to make $15 million in the long term of guarantees? Does he get cut and replaced for half of that soon? I think so. I think McCaffrey is the last back to make a boatload of money. I do. I really think McCaffrey is the last back to get, quote unquote, the bag. McCaffrey's the last running back to come out, and McCaffrey's been hurt too. So he's really, put teams to the fire because he's been hurt. So we'll see. And he ends it with saying, this is probably too long and unedited for a comment of the day. Maybe I should call and rant instead. You can do both, Jeremiah. Either one. You still can call in and kind of finish your point off too if you want to. So, but your comment is spot on. Like, and I kind of dissected it, what I agree with, what I disagree with, but the comment is spot on, and I appreciate you, for participating in the Jane Doe comment of the day. And I, still hit me up. We talked about it earlier. Hit me up. All right, let's jump over to the phone line real quick. Let's jump over there and see what we got. So we get me here, get that there, pull this up here, so I can see what I'm doing. Then let's go there. Rave Kingdom, you got me?
Yes, sir.
All right. You good and hot. Let's go. What you got for me today about JK?
Yes, sir. Before I jump on JK, man, I just want to say a quick comment. I'm very, I would say, disappointed in being Cleveland. I saw some of the starters, and maybe it's too early, but I saw some of the starters do a couple reps. No, it's not pads or anything, but I saw the linemen, I saw Zeitler, Stanley, and I saw the starting lineup do a little couple reps, and I didn't see Cleveland in that guard spot. So, and I think the Ravens drafted him for him to be the future big left guy, especially all that eating squirrels and junk, all the hype or whatever. But, I'm just a little bit disappointed about that.
You saw the rookie there,
JK
huh?
situation.
You saw the rookie.
Yeah, the JK. Yeah, beaten up by a rookie. That's
Now,
kind of making
I
me
will.
mad
We
right
ain't got
now.
to go to JK just yet, but I will say that it's only mini camp. Once
That's
them
what I'm
pad,
saying. I didn't want to jump to
once them
conclusions, but I'm
pads
getting
come
close.
on, I don't think Salah will beat Ben Cleveland. I really don't.
Mm,
Now I could be wrong, but once them
uh-huh.
pads come on, I don't think Salah gonna beat Ben Cleveland. But I could be. It really depends on what Monken wants to run. And again, if you haven't watched it, please, all y'all do so. I watched Coleman's breakdown of the Ravens season, and he said that we ran counter and power. And I don't remember the exact number, but it's a lot.
Right.
And we didn't run inside zone, outside zone a lot. So if we're going to stick to the notion and run a lot of counter and power, Ben Cleveland's going to have to be the guard. But if we're going to run
Mm-hmm.
inside zone and outside zone, Salah has a chance. But if we're going to be
Mm-hmm.
counter power, it's going to be Ben Cleveland because of what that entails for the guard to do. But if we're going to run inside and outside zone where that guard needs to be a little bit more mobile, Salah has a chance. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right, I understand. I'm not jumping on them. I just feel disappointed. Like it just even if it is just no non-pad and just a little small mini camp, that image when you see the starting lineup taking reps and you don't see Ben Cleveland, you see a rookie with all the starters. It's like, okay, where's Ben Cleveland? Where's our
But
guy
you
that
do
we
you know he was
drafted?
at right tackle now.
Yeah,
He was out there at Morgan Moses' spot.
yeah,
So
that's true. That's true. That part is true. But
we'll see.
for the JK situation, I think I spoke on JK before. Like I said, to me, I think this is a big distraction right now, especially when our team is I would say, headed for a successful season. Okay, will he get 1,000 yards and stuff? I would say no, and that's not taken from him not putting in the work. I'm not saying he's not going to give us 150%. I'm not saying that every time he touches that ball, he's not going to try to juke everybody or truck somebody just to prove his his value, whatever. But the reason I say no mostly is because, well, I think I have an unpopular opinion that people may not agree. I think us having these weapons opens up Lamar's secret weapon, aka his legs. And I think people don't understand because if you really really look at things, review our team and our core, we have Isaiah Likely, who's I would say who's growing up to be a outstanding tight end for us. I think Mark Andrews, you have to double him, right? But while you're doubling Mark Andrews, you got to remember we have other guys outside of Mark Andrews that you have to double. Because if you don't double Mark Andrews, well, you're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Odell on the outside. His route running is excellent as anyone's, and he's going to get open. Then you got this speedster, Zay Flowers, and we still got Rashad Bateman. I hate to break this down to you. There's not many guys on that defense that has the opportunity or focus on where in the world Lamar is.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, the last time it was where Lamar was playing that spread offense, we saw some Heisman Trophy winner abilities where he was doing backflips in the end zone. People forget. If everybody's focused on the wide receivers and everybody's focused on the tight ends, who do you got covering for Lamar Jackson?
You got to spy, and if you spying, you taking away from somebody in coverage. You taking away from somebody in coverage. If you spying, it's a numbers game, man. It's when you got a mobile quarterback, you have to play the numbers game, and it's that simple. When you got a guy like a Lamar, when you got a guy like Pat Mahomes, and I'll take you even back to, and they didn't play the numbers game back then, but when you take Randall Cunningham, Steve McNair, Mike Vick, it's a numbers game. And if you have the numbers in the box, you run the ball. If you got the numbers in the passing game, you throw it. It's that simple. But you got to have a quarterback that can make the throws, though. And that's where the the progression of Lamar has to step up. He has to be able to make those throws when the numbers present themselves.
Okay. The reason I asked is because I think this is a crazy thing this year. I think teams are gonna have to watch out. And I also seen the comment section saying, "Did I not hear that Lamar Jackson not doing that running?" I know that Lamar Jackson also said that he doesn't even want to look for the running. But
Hmm.
you know,
I
my
think I
point
think
is,
Lamar's running should come from when we call pass plays and guys just don't happen to be open. That's where I think his most
right.
effective running would come from.
Right. I'm not specifically saying this, and if whoever is listening, I'm not saying this like Lamar wants to be a runner. I'm nowhere near if I ever said that Lamar wants to be a running back. He definitely came out and said, "Listen, I want to pass the ball." You know what I'm saying? He
Hmm.
about to do his thing. I'm not disagreeing on that. What I'm saying is teams have already said it's hard to stop Lamar Jackson, and they got
Hmm.
all super excited when the Miami Dolphins try to do a little something, and then everybody starts trying to ask, is this the key to stop Lamar Jackson? So what I'm saying is, when you got a threat like Lamar, I hate to break it down to you, I think I just see more opportunities for Lamar to break out anytime nobody's paying attention.
Hmm.
Because I
And
know
you
it's going to happen. Like, we're not going to sit here and act like this is not going to happen. We can have all these wide receivers all we want. I'm telling you, all these wide receivers, Lamar Jackson was the hell up now. I can throw this pass, but at the same time, I'm looking at a wide open shot to the end zone.
right. So
I'm
you're
sorry.
saying he's going to run. He's going to run, but you're looking at him running more because of the run lanes from them going downfield running routes, not because they call runs like quarterback count and stuff like that. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm saying I think he's going to run more than people think by the opportunities that is going to be presented by themselves.
Yeah.
So,
I
for
got you.
example, it's like a runner back. The left guard pulls, and there's like a double block in the inside towards the B gap or something, and then you got the runner back just breaking out. And it's the same thing kind of for the quarterback. Like I said, there's going to be people that's going to be doubling Mark Andrews, have to focus hard on Odell Beckham. Then you got the speedster, Zay Flower on the other side, and then you got Rashad Bateman that's pretty good on getting these yak yards. If you got all that focus, like you said, maybe a little spy, but guess what? You better hope that spy is even close to nowhere good enough because Lamar feels like breaking out that pocket. It's over. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean by I feel like he's going to be running more than people think.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you spy, all he has to do is even come toward the line like he wants to run. That spy has the trigger, and now you got whatever area that spy was occupying open. So now all he has to do is fake like he's attacking the line and drop. And if he has any kind of touch, just drop it behind the spy's head. And now he's triggered the spy up, and whoever is running a route in that spy's area is open for a 10 or 15 yard run. I mean throw, and God forbid it's like on the money where he can catch it and still run. That turns into maybe a 20, 30 yard pass. So he may not run it, but the threat of him running it is still gonna be like threat in all caps.
Yeah, I just feel like it's even going to be more dangerous because
Yeah.
it's like imagine being on the defense and you're like, oh snap, Andrews. Oh wait a minute, oh snap, Odell Beckham. and then before you know it, you got your focus on the other guys, and then you see Lamar just burst out wide open, and he's like, oh man, all right, I give up.
Right.
Like I'm giving up.
Right.
That's all I was
And
just saying.
we didn't even mention likely.
Yeah,
In this
I
whole,
likely too.
we didn't even mention likely or Kolar, and that
Mhm.
and it's looking like he's going to be a real guy that takes part in the offense, Kolar, and we didn't even use him last year. So, it
Yeah.
looks like what's the young kid from East? Look like he's a real threat to make the team too. The running back from East
The
Carolina, the fast one,
Yeah, the
Mitchell.
undrafted guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
people talking about him too. Yeah.
it's
Uh-huh.
it's looking crazy. It's looking like it's gonna be weapons upon weapons. So I'm praying for health upon health.
Yeah, he's that shifty guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's supposed to be shifty and fast. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Exactly. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, Coach. See you later, man.
All right, man. So we got one more little special nuance for today, and let me get it up on the screen for you guys. Speaking of JK, we want to see kind of what he brought back when he came back from that little second stint. When he came back, let me get it up here for you. I don't want this. I want this. This is what I want. Act right for me today. All right. So when JK came back, obviously he didn't have that burst to finish runs, but his vision was top of the line. And let's kind of go through a couple plays real quick to kind of show the vision he had once he came back. And this is versus the Browns. I can't remember what week this was. They run a counter. And if you see to our right side of the screen, ain't much there. They got, the Browns pretty much got that sealed off. They got, him in the gap. He fighting over 54 there and 42 to kind of seal it off. So where is JK going to hit that? They pretty much got that walled off. The patience. Look at the patience. The patience of JK to just be patient with it. Like, he didn't have vision like this before the surgery. He was a good back. Don't get me wrong. He was a good back, but he didn't have vision like this before, coming back like this. The patience. His surgery slowed him down and made his vision a lot better. Look at him just decipher through that stuff. Just let the blocks happen and come out of it. Look at that. Look at that. That gap wasn't like, that gap was not there. The O-line did their job. The O-line worked it. The double teams worked. He was patient enough to let it just let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let it, be patient with it. Just let it happen. And when everybody got where they were supposed to be, he was where he was supposed to be, and now I can get up out of there. So it went from being nothing there to look at this gap. Look how wide that is. And see, this is part of that 3 yards per carry before you even touched, because the O-line was so good. And again, not to take nothing from JK. His patience was part of that. But again, a healthy JK houses this, because nobody gonna catch him from behind. And see, now he's dragging the leg already. Again, and I'm not taking anything from him. He's coming back off like the big surgery and the cleanup surgery. Nothing's wrong with JK right there. Nothing wrong with that run. Pull another one up. Same game. His patience, his another little counter look. And this time was a little bit cleaner. But again, the O-line done a great job up front. Still, he hadn't been touched yet. And again, I got to shout out this guy. This guy does a great job when he has to pull. And that's Morgan Moses. Shout out that guy. He does a great job when he has to pull. Now, some kind of man stuff, and when he has to go one-on-one and with some elite pass rush, he ain't the greatest. But when he has to pull, he does a great job. But still, he hasn't been touched yet. He finally gets touched 15, 20 yards down the field. O-line did a great job. Great job. Let's show you two more. Then we'll, kind of wrap this thing on up. This is versus the Steelers. Now, kind of twofold. Zeitler did not play this game. Zeitler did not play. That is Ben Cleveland. So kind of pay attention to that guy too. So we'll, because we mentioned Ben Cleveland earlier when Rave Kingdom kind of talked. That's Ben Cleveland. All right. My bad. That's Cologne. I'm sorry. That's Cologne on that one. I know Ben Cleveland played that game, but that was Cologne. That was Tristan Cologne. He's gone. That person identified right there. That's Cologne. Again, watch JK's patience to work the middle. Look at the cut on one leg now. Watch the cut on one leg. Because he really can't cut. Watch how he bend on that one leg. He really just hopping because he don't want to put that left leg on the ground. He really did all that on that one leg because he want to put that left leg on the ground. And I got one more for you to finish you off with. Now it's Ben Cleveland now. Look at him. Look. Watch him. Watch them, Linderbaum and Cleveland, get Cam Hayward up out of there. Watch Cam Hayward get up out of there because he don't want no more of that. Got that man 4 yards down the field. Now, because you see what Ben Cleveland did to Cam Hayward, look where JK comes. Right down that alley Ben Cleveland made. Right down that alley Ben Cleveland made. So we can talk crazy like we want to about Ben Cleveland. And again, we know a healthy JK houses that. A completely healthy JK houses that. A completely healthy JK houses that. But and we understand he ain't had the burst he needed. But just don't completely sleep on Ben Cleveland. Too. Don't completely sleep on Ben Cleveland. So again, that's kind of what I wanted to say about JK. And we'll see bits and pieces of what JK has, and hopefully he has his burst back to go with that vision that I just showed y'all in those 3 to 4 plays, and he'll be a 1,300 yard back. Now, with him being a 1,300 yard back, if we wait till he gets some 1,300 yards, ain't no way in heck he's gonna be in purple and black afterwards. If we get something done now, incentive laden, maybe he's here for another 3 to 4 to 5 years. But if we let him go through the season and we had the success that I think we're going to be able to have, this might be the last year for JK and purple and black. Maybe. But what y'all think, man? Is JK going to be here beyond 2023? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But this is what I got for today, man. This is my 2 cents on what I think about JK. And the last regular show was about JK. And I just wanted to see what you guys thought about it. So that's where we're at today. I thank you guys for coming out, man. A little taste of film on the end and kind of, give y'all a little spice it up a little bit. But again, don't forget about the August 4th roundup meetup. That is what was in the trailer. If you don't have tickets, you can do exclamation point tickets for that. If you want to be a part of the fantasy football leagues that I have, you need to make sure you're a part of the Patreon. Do that, patreon.com/sip-the-tally. Make sure you do that, and I'll send you a link to get in the Discord. Always talking in the Discord. Then you also get a link to the fantasy football, and we'll do that. Got one full already, working on the second one. You get the Cuban-like link as a winner of those, but you're not going to get those because I'm not going to lose. Put it like that. Not going to lose. But do that. Discord /sip-the-tally, and that's how you get to be a part of those. And again, man, I'll see you guys definitely this weekend. Working on something for more Sip the Tally that'll probably be out tomorrow. Got something in the works that I'm working on for the regular channel that I got to do some research on, so it's probably going to take a day or two. But you'll definitely see me this weekend on both channels. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you hit the bell so you can be notified when they come out. If you have not liked the video already, please do so. The poll down there says, will JK get 1,000 yards? So let me end that poll and see what the results are for that poll. End poll. Let's see what y'all got. See what y'all said. Will JK get 1,000 yards this year? 78% said yes. 23% says no. I think so. With 17 games? I think so. And appreciate everybody for coming through. A few shout outs before we get out of here. What up, Brandon, Jeremiah, Brent, C. Blooms, Big Reg, James, P. Brown. Got it right this time. Let's see who else. Osman, Rave, who called in, Steven from Florida. Let's see what's sick. Let's see. Jose. And myself. All right, man. So I'm out, man. See y'all this weekend. But see y'all live Monday. Peace. Oh, make sure you tune in lunch break hot take today, 7:15 Eastern time. Peace.